All right, man. So Tuesday, no news, but ended up taking a loss today. It was my model, right? I didn't break my rules, but I was too zoomed into the low time frame. Um, and I was looking for a retracement back into discount. I saw my model, um, but price ended up continuing to the downside where I was expecting a reversal, and I thought I waited for enough confirmation, but I ended up continuing to the downside and I got stopped out. So I'll kind of show you my thought process behind this trade and why it didn't work out. But I'm not too mad at this loss because uh, it was my model, right? So I'm not really too mad at it, but I'll kind of explain why. I should have waited, yeah. But so my thought process behind it was we're extremely bullish, right? My dollar liquidity is previous day high. We had a SMT because ES already took the high, so I was expecting a retracement. Right, and we have equal highs still, relative highs, which I expect price to go back up to end up taking previous day high. So if you pull this range, uh, right? We tapped into discount. No, I think I even had my range right here. It was OTE the range, right? We came into discount. We tapped into this 15-minute gap, and this is the first gap that had liquidity lying under, which is what I look for, right? So I had liquidity lying under right here. And because of that, once we swept liquidity inside a 15-minute gap, we also created SMT, right? So, and after that, right, you look for a CISD and tap back. But I waited for extra confirmation, right? Since we had this fair value gap right here, which was the fair value gap that broke the low, so it's important fair value gap. And if we want to go lower, we're gonna respect this. But I seen price displacing with speed through it. I was like, okay, we're probably gonna we're probably gonna end up um, continuing higher and reversing here to go ahead and take out these highs, but we never did. We came up, we disrespected this gap, and I entered on a pullback into this gap, into this inverse gap. I entered there, stops at the low, and I got cooked, bro. So now looking back at it, I see why I got cooked. So, and we're very bearish, so I should have waited for more confirmation. Um, but this 1 hour, right? Let me kind of move this. This 1 hour gap was already looking like it was getting disrespected. So, right, it didn't tap into this 1 hour and kind of like immediately show signs that we were respecting it. But I zoomed in, looked at the 15, and I kind of took that above the 1 hour when the higher time frame holds power, obviously. Um, so it wasn't aligned with the high time frame. Um, so yeah, just I was too zoomed in, which of course is not. You have to be able to make sure you're aligning the high time frame with the low time frame, which in this case, which is why I lost the trade. Um, yeah, but other than that, I mean, I'm not too mad at the loss, right? Like, if it wasn't for the 1 hour, I would have definitely took it. So now looking back, I know what I did wrong. Journaled it. So it was a technical mistake. It wasn't psychology, and I took the loss, and I just, just whatever, right? Um, yeah, it's kind of what it is right here. Um, yeah. All right. So you see the SMT. This is kind of what gave me conviction that we would go higher and continue towards previous day high, and we've been super bullish. So I'm just continue with the trend now. It's looking like it's respecting it. So I probably should have waited for the 5 minute change of state. Right, for the 5 minute change of state. So we're probably now going to expand. But I already took one trade for the day, so I'm not gonna force anything. But you know, um, do close through this 5 minute now. It would make sense, and then we'll probably tap back into this CISD for this entry. So again, probably should wait for the 5-minute CISD for the clear move. So I kind of forced it, but I didn't break my rules. And we still do have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so it's not the end of the world. I'm down 500 on my eval account, so I'm just going to continue to execute my edge. Not really too worried about it. But again, good learning lesson. Just be more patient, wait for it to be clear. Do not get stuck into the low time frame. Focus on the charts. And yeah, just come back better. Don't let it affect you. So and just execute your edge. But yeah, not too much to go over. Just gonna journal, learn from my mistakes, and come back better tomorrow. But all right, I'll see you tomorrow with the market recap. And yeah, y'all take it easy.